Hey, what's up guys? In this video we're going to take a look at an article here from the SAC-B talking about 6 quakes rattling the Northeast in 6 days. Scientists don't know what's causing them. Article dated March 11th of 2020, and the area that they're talking about is right up here in the upper Northeast, an area that's not necessarily prone to earthquakes. And from what I understand, there's no known, at least major, fault lines up there. Goes on to say 6 earthquakes in 6 days rattled communities throughout the Northeast and surrounding areas in Canada, according to the USGS. The strongest was a 3.1 magnitude about 6:43 a.m. on Wednesday in upstate New York. More than 2,000 people reported feeling the quake as far away as Albany. A pair of 2.7 quakes also hit the region over the past week. One hit in Montreal, and that too was felt. In fact, I put together a map and I've circled all 6. There's 2 near Concord, 1 offshore, 1 near Augusta in Maine, 1 way up here in New Brunswick. There's the one that was felt in Montreal, felt in Albany. Both of those were felt by a few thousand people. 6 quakes in basically 5 days, 6 days, depends on how you want to look at it. Nevertheless, they were way out of bounds, and we're going to look at a couple of possible things that may have influenced those quakes. Just a thought, that's all. Here's another map showing the quakes. This shows 5. There were indeed 6 earthquakes, like I said earlier, that were felt as the supermoon was approaching. If you look at the dates of these earthquakes in this rare part of the world, March 6th, March 8th, March 9th, 2 on the 9th, that was the exact day of the supermoon, and then March 11th, which was just yesterday. Several quakes in an area that doesn't normally ever see earthquakes. So I'm wondering if the supermoon may have influenced this area, or if it was a combination of the supermoon and the mega volcanoes offshore in this area. You're looking at these gigantic underwater volcanoes that are offshore, directly in line with where all of these very small earthquakes were at. Could these volcanoes have stirred? Because I do think they extend all the way inland, maybe underground. These things are absolutely titanic. They're huge, and you can actually see them right here on this map. And they don't get talked about much, but some of these are much bigger than Yellowstone. For instance, I'll show you the dimensions of one here in just a second, but this one here, for instance, is 38 miles wide, the base of that thing. Doesn't seem like it is because you're looking at it from up above. It's offshore, doesn't get much attention. That one right there is 30 miles wide. Here they are, a big row of very large underwater volcanoes that are right in line with where all of the earthquake activity was. So I'm wondering if maybe the supermoon had some sort of influence on these that could have triggered these volcanoes, because there are some signs of volcanic calderas inland here. Very, very old, but nevertheless, I think they're part of this huge complex that's just offshore out here that, like I said earlier, doesn't get talked about much, but those things are very, very large. Here's a look at them on Google Earth. This one here, we're going to measure just the width, just to get an idea of how big these things are. And we're going to go from side to side. 38 miles. Look at that. 38 miles wide. Unbelievable. And that's what those are. Those are underwater volcanoes, and these small ones here are actually quite large themselves. That thing is huge, and there's a whole string of them that go pretty close to the Rhode Island, New York coast, right in here. And I've tracked these years ago, and there are signs of old volcanoes up in this area here. So it just makes you wonder. It's just something to think about. When you see earthquakes up in an area that never sees earthquakes, we rarely see supermoons like we did, and we know the moon influences the earth. How much does it influence the earth? We saw these earthquakes at a rare moment in time, so it could have been possibly influenced by the supermoon and or these very large volcanoes that are sitting underwater right out here offshore that hardly anybody ever talks about. Just food for thought, guys. When I saw those quakes, I thought of those volcanoes, and I also thought of the supermoon. I've also put together a new sky phenomena picture slideshow for you guys. New photos that have been sent in from all around the world. Australia, Nate picked up a jumbo halo around the moon with stars in the background. Look at that. Lisa from Washington, some incredible clouds above Mount Rainier. New Jersey, B. Schaefer, this is of the supermoon back on the 9th, and captured it up here behind the clouds, and it was illuminating the clouds in a spectacular color. Arizona, Stephanie O, an incredible sunset or sunrise. Either one, I would have been taking pictures of that skyline also. Great job. Stefu out of Switzerland took a few photos of a very unique sky above Switzerland. Must have been very windy or something going on. Unique sky there. Sam W. out of Longview, Texas. Notice what looked like a triangle craft parked up in the clouds. Angel R. out of Massachusetts. Some bright orange clouds up there all by themselves. Lewis out of New Mexico. Noticed a very long lenticular cloud above the mountains. William H. Look at this. Sky mirroring off of the lake. Incredible photograph. Good observation, William, out of Florida. Leanne out of Pennsylvania. Picture of the supermoon from the 9th. Dante J. Noticed a big opening in the sky. Fiery orange looking color. Almost looked like a portal. Fort Mojave Desert. Big pink and blue sky. Haslett, Texas. Dwayne R. Fiery orange sky. Probably at sunrise. Snowflake, Arizona. Colby. Sunrise or sunset, spectacular colors. Ontario, Canada, David, almost looks like something went flying through the clouds there, left a trail. Mora out of New Mexico, big long cloud structure in the sky, extending for many miles. Pueblo, Colorado, Anthony M. Noticed what it looked like, let me pause it here real quick. You can almost see the outline of a perfectly round circle up in the sky, and that was also during the supermoon. Annie out of Amsterdam. Notice some large, unusual clouds in the sky high above Amsterdam. Looked like they were just wavy, like cotton candy, just weird looking clouds that, look at that, looks like a spider web down there. Very unusual. Look at that. I have to admit, I would have been taking pictures too. That is a super bizarre sky. Nevada, Sylvia noticed a big cloud structure up in the sky, and then a very long one up above the mountains, and those are probably more than likely influenced by updrafts from the mountain ranges, but nevertheless that creates a incredible photo op. Great photos. I would have been taking pictures of that as well. Good job, guys. Keep the photos coming. And if you're a new viewer, make sure and subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. If you're a current subscriber, just double check. Make sure you're still subscribed and make sure the bell is still turned on. Don't forget to check out the website. You can find link below in the description box. It's loaded with useful information if you're interested in the Earth and the Sun, solar wind, space weather, Schumann resonance. We've also got the very popular Sky Phenomena photo gallery here in the center that's got thousands of unique, incredible photos sent in from all around the world. Keep scrolling down and you'll find even more data pertaining to the Earth and space. I think you'll find the website very useful, so don't forget to stop by and check it out. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. All of the photos end up here at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery at the website, and sometimes I use the photos in a picture slideshow, just like you saw right here. Thanks for watching, have a super day, and be safe out there.